Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Chilly. Didn't expect snow today. So what I explained a couple days ago for half marathon training is the thumbnail. The information shared on the thumbnail is that day's workout, okay? So today, easy day. Yesterday I did 16 miles. Whenever you see MD, it's a little side note, MD on Strava, that means middle distance. So yesterday was my longest MD run thus far in the training block. Getting ready for, yes, the half marathon race. Oh, so exciting. Back to the roads. And I'm going to give you the list of where I'm dialing in the decision for race day. And actually, here we go. Let's do a question of the day. What is the number one factor that goes into your decision-making process for what race you're registered for? Okay, there's actually a lot of them. I believe I have 5 that I really dial in. I'm going to give you from number 1 priority all the way down to number 5. But I know I'm not thinking of all of them, so that's why I want to read your comments down below. Thanks for sharing. So we've got our calendar here, and so today's run, 10 miles, nice and easy. As you saw out there, it was nice and snowy, nice and cold, and that makes a good challenge for preparing for a very, very fast half marathon effort coming up. So step number 1 that we talked about 2 days ago, select your distance, okay? What distance are you going to go for? I have purposefully chosen not to do a marathon this spring that I explained a couple days ago. I won't go through all of them again, but one of them, most important to me, is more conducive to family life right now. All right, half marathon training versus marathon training. So today, step 2, the race, the process. It's actually very exciting. Once you hit that register button, you know you're in. And well, okay, you don't know you're officially in if it's a big race, but you know it's getting more serious. It's something about putting money on the table that just gets your juices going. So I actually have not registered yet. In an ideal world, I would have already registered, but I've just been researching for probably too long. It's like 3 or 4 weeks of research, and I'm so glad I put it out on Strava, on the Facebook group, on Twitter, X. I put it out everywhere, just asking all of you, what should I race? Where should I race? And I gave some criteria that we're going to go through here in a second. And sure enough, 1A or 1B in my list now is a race that was shared on, I believe I saw it on Strava and Facebook, where I've been researching for 3 or 4 weeks and I did not know about this race that now it's like right at the top of my list. So thank you for if you chimed in. And that's the power of social media, but also question of the day part 2. What websites do you use? What is some of your favorite websites for finding races? But I'm just going to say, since we're doing half marathon, because a lot of people are going to be watching these videos that are interested in training for a half marathon, for finding specifically half marathon races. I've used like 3 or 4 in the past, but I didn't find this one half marathon in Jersey that I'm about to talk about here in 1 second. So timeline is so key, and so in selecting your races, for me, I like at least 16 weeks for a marathon, at least, preferably 18 to 20. I've done 22 before, getting ready for Rotterdam. It was too long. By the end of that Rotterdam marathon training block, I was like, let's go, let's race. It was too long. So 22 weeks, way too long for me. So I like that 16 to 18 and leaning toward 18-week training block. Half marathon, 12 at the minimum. I prefer 13, 14, or 15. And sure enough, based on this 1A or 1B idea for my half marathon this spring, it would be a 15-week training block. All right, so that's so key. Timeline is key, and it goes down. It's 10, for a 10K, for me, it would be about 10 to 12 weeks. 5K at the minimum, like 8 to 9, but really that's not ideal. I would prefer 10 as well for a 5K. So here we go. Great vlogs, by the way, or great vlog, but great comments on the vlog from 5 or 6 days ago, talking about our goals for 2025. I'm still working through I think I've gotten about 90% of the comments. Thank you for sharing your goals, your racing goals, your training goals, your health goals. Sometimes people share their life goals as well on that vlog, upper right-hand corner. It's amazing. So Here we go, my top 5. The course, so key. All right, course, weather, all right, in order here. Course, weather, calendar date, in parentheses, the training block. So, all right, I'll come back to that in a second. Competition, all right. I prefer not to be out in no man's land. I'd like runners around me, especially if I'm chasing down a PR, or maybe you're chasing down an age division record for you personally. I don't like to be in no man's land where I'm just like, where is everybody? So that's what was so amazing about Naples when I set my PR 4 years ago, but then also Glass City in Toledo, Ohio. All right, there you go, competition. And then last but not least, and this is where I know the list could get longer, but last is race organization. Oh my goodness. I've been to so many races where you're just one. I say this to True Love all the time. Who's in charge here? It's like, I go to these races and it's just like, it feels like the organization is not quite. And the only, the money is one thing. Well, these days you're paying an arm and a leg to race these races. So I expect the organization, and I'm talking aid stations. I'm talking the awards ceremony. I'm talking the pre-race announcing and DJ, emceeing well at a race is so critical. This is why, side note, Cirque Series in the summertime, love the Cirque Series. It's a trail racing circuit in Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, all over. Why? They have a great MC. The MC knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about. It makes such a difference. Okay, I digress. Race organization. There they are on your screen once again. Course, weather, calendar date, AKA the training block, and then competition and race organization. So that is the anatomy of choosing a race, the process that I go through mentally. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. All right, last but not least, here we go. On your screen, in order, the races that I am now. My goal is that by the time we publish another video here on YouTube, I have hit register, okay? They're both in New York. Actually, sorry, no, they're not. Jersey City is not in New York. Jersey City, New Jersey, Heidelberg to the Hudson. So within 2 hours of each other on the East Coast. And again, getting back to the courses, Heidelberg is a very fast course. It's actually net downhill. Jersey City looks pretty good. About 100, based on the research I've done so far, about 165 feet of vertical gain. So that's not too bad. Not perfect, but not too bad. Remember Naples, 10 feet. It was 10 feet of vertical. 10 feet. It's a beautiful thing, Naples, Florida. All right, so then third, Philadelphia. Fourth, fourth is this Rockport, New York. It's more of a it's a race, but it's like a time trial and thank you if you let me know about it. The only issue with that race is the timeline. It would be about a 12-week training block, and I would rather do a 14 or 15-week, honestly, really for, ascending the roller coaster, ascending in volume, but then also taper. So that Rockport one, if you shared it with me, thank you. But they're allowing about 300 runners, I think. There's pacers. So it's basically an attempt to get a PR. It breaks my heart that I didn't know about this race like 6 weeks ago, because I would have started training in mid-December, because then I would have felt a lot more comfortable to get that fitness in before, I think it's March 22nd. I just don't think I can get to that peak fitness that I want to for a PR attempt. Oh, it's so tempting. So thank you if you shared it, but I don't think I'm going to go for Rockport. I don't know. I'm not counting it out yet, but I'm leaning away from it. And then there was Chicago, Illinois, and then San Diego and Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville. We have a Louisville here in Colorado, are also on the list. But weather, again, I prefer that 40 to 50 degree temperature range for racing. Ideally like 45 at the most. And I think definitely San Diego and even Louisville I'm leaning away from just because of the weather. All right, there you go. I've already asked the question of the day. So step 1, what's the distance you're going to race? Step 2, what are you going to race? And by the time I make another video, I'm going to hit register on that choice. All right, we got the calendar, filling it in as far as volume goes and workouts and all that. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Half marathon training. Let's go. It's happening even in the frigid tundra. All right, we'll toss it to the video from a couple days ago right there, talking about the distance choice for 2025. All right, Seek Beauty, work hard, and love each other.